Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. Today we are back with some more Funko Pop news, as Funko has finally given us some details for Funkon II, which is going to be coinciding with the Funko HQ's 5th anniversary. So they announced this a little bit ago. They confirmed it at San Diego Comic-Con, giving us a little bit more information. Essentially, we have learned that Funkon II, which the first Funkon happened last year, replacing San Diego Comic-Con. When San Diego Comic-Con was pushed back to this year, now it's going to be replacing Emerald City Comic-Con, which is still going to be happening around the same time, but they won't have a presence at Emerald City Comic-Con as far as a booth is concerned. It seems like they will be at Emerald City Comic-Con having a Funko panel, still doing giveaways and stuff like that. I'm sure they'll have a small presence, but they're not going to be selling any new exclusives there at the con. However, they will have instead this Funkon II, which I think is still a good idea because it does coincide with that anniversary, so they're able to celebrate that a little bit more, and I'm sure they had that take precedent over what this convention was going to give them. And so for the last little bit, we've all been wondering what exclusives are actually going to be coming for Funkon, and when are we going to actually see them? I recently saw a rumored list of about 20 different figures that could come out for this Funkon event, and it does not look like they have reached anywhere near that number, so a lot of those were wrong. They might now be being saved for New York Comic Con later this year, but now we finally got today an official announcement for Funkon, and they told us all the different exclusives that are going to be coming. Now, if you guys are newer to the Funko community, you might be expecting for conventions what we saw for San Diego Comic-Con, and that was like 25, 30 different items. I think there might have been even more than that, but there were a ton of different Funko items, pops, sodas, more that were released. But that is normally not the case. When we look at the big cons, it's normally New York Comic-Con and San Diego Comic-Con is having the most. Everything else like WonderCon, Emerald City Comic-Con, or even some other cons like Star Wars Celebration, they tend to have a lot less items. And I've already seen some people online kind of complaining about the lack of items for Funkon. But remember guys, this is not supposed to be a huge con. I'm sure they're going to have other things they'll be giving away to people who actually go to the event, as it's going to be a little bit of like a block party. They did give us some more information about that, which does seem pretty cool. Let me know if any of you guys out there do plan on heading to Everett, Washington to attend the Funkon event. Let me know what you guys are planning to do in the comments down below. But total, they had announced 8 different figures between pops and sodas that will be coming up for Funkon, and a couple of them I'm definitely looking forward to grabbing. So let's get in and check out all 8 exclusives that will be coming for this event. So their first announcement that they made is going to be a new Demon Slayer figure, Moichiro. And Demon Slayer, of course, is very popular. We just got the Emu figure for San Diego Comic-Con, and then earlier this year they had released all of the common and exclusives for the regular wave. Definitely a cool looking figure, lots of detail. Not one that's going to fit into my collection because I decided not to go for the Demon Slayer figures and try to build that collection, but definitely a cool one for those anime fans out there. Now, the second announcement that they had made is another Harry Potter figure, and it's going to be another deluxe Harry Potter figure. In fact, this one's Ollivander with Ollivanders. So they've actually done a different line of these, and they did like 4 or 5 different characters in front of different things. I think Ollivanders was one of the other ones they had on one of the other figures, but now they actually have Ollivander himself in front of Ollivander. So I'm sure a lot of Harry Potter fans are going to like that. And the next figure is actually a continuation of a line that we saw introduced during San Diego Comic-Con this year, and this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers crossover, as now we're getting the Green Ranger Shredder. Now, I do prefer the ones they released during San Diego Comic-Con over this one. However, the fact that they have Shredder's mask and then they have kind of that green and yellow suit, it really does look pretty cool. Next, they gave us the late addition to the Ad Icons line, and this is a character that we were wondering when the pop was coming because they released the soda earlier this year, and we're finally getting Lemonhead coming for Funkon. It's actually going to be a scented lemon head, which I think is a really good decision rather than make it a diamond edition or something else making that scented. Since it is a food icon, definitely makes sense. And then we also got some announcements of some different Funko sodas. And one of them is actually a new type of soda. We actually saw a version of this leaked back for Star Wars Celebration, and we thought that that was going to come out for that, but it never did. But now we're finally getting the first version of this, so it seemed like that leak seemed to be pretty legit, as now they're putting out their 3-liter sodas, as this one's actually going to be Iron Giant. So these 3-liter sodas are going to be 7-inch figures, so definitely bigger than your normal soda, which is about like 2 or 3 inches tall, and definitely bigger than a regular Funko Pop. Definitely going to be cool to see this one. I'll be interested to pick this one up. So you got the Iron Giant with the chase being the Iron Giant with the cart. And so they've actually made both of these different figures as Funko Pop before, so it's going to be cool now coming back and doing them as sodas. And then another soda they had announced is Yogi Bear. And I thought this was really interesting because they just put out a Yogi Bear soda earlier this year. So they're doing the exact same soda, but now it's going to be a black light. So you have the common, which is going to be that more orange color, and then you have the black light, which is going to be blue. And I do like it, but it still just seems a little bit lazy. They just made the same character they literally just put out a couple months ago, now remaking it as Blacklight. Now the soda and probably figure that I am most excited to pick up from Funkon is going to be the new She-Hulk soda. And I'm surprised they announced a She-Hulk soda before they announced any of the pops for the show, but now the soda definitely does look great. The soda is going to be limited to 10,000 pieces, and there is going to be a chase which is going to be metallic. I think that's going to be a little bit interesting. It looks like it's actually her suit that's going to be metallic rather than her body itself. But I'm definitely excited to pick up that She-Hulk soda because I'm so excited for the show. And finally, the last figure they had announced is another soda. This is the Jimi Hendrix soda. And this one definitely does look nice, similar to a pop they had already made a while ago of Jimi Hendrix. I actually think this is a different version of the common that they put out last year. But now you're going to have a chase, which is going to be a bronze statue type of look. So very cool there. It is pretty interesting that now they have the license to do the sodas after they did all of the pops. So I'm sure a blacklight Jimi Hendrix soda is right around the corner since they put out the pop late last year. Again, this is not supposed to be a huge con. It definitely looks like they kind of threw this together pretty late. They probably only started playing this about 3 months ago. So it's not going to be really huge. Plus, they're probably saving some of the stuff for New York Comic Con and D23 coming in September and October. And based off of what they've shown us so far, there's nothing that's going to be super limited. As far as the sodas, the most limited piece is the Iron Giant at 6,500 pieces. The Yogi Bear Blacklight sodas at 7,500, but nothing else that looks like it's really going to be super limited and hard to get. I'll be interested to see if there's any of these that might potentially sell out, or we're going to see what we saw for last year's Emerald City Comic Con Festival of Fun, that most of the figures were available for months afterwards. The event itself is going to be happening on August 20th in Everett, Washington, and they have not confirmed exactly when things are going to be dropping online, but all these figures that we talked about today will be available on the Funko shop. So I do want to hear from you guys. What do you think about the announcements for Funkon? Are there any of these that you plan on picking up, and what is the figure that you're most excited to get? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. And again, also let me know if you plan on going out to Funkon for this event. We won't be going out there, but it does seem like a pretty cool idea. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you leave a like on it. It does make a massive difference for us. You can also hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell, so that way you can stay up to date whenever we have new videos. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.